Yeah, what's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please, none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, realize all the time. Stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, sink ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this? No, we don't allow it. Really on go, I don't know what's an off day. Now we on road, keep on smoking in the hallway. Now we got...
Hey, everybody, happy new year. Not years, year. We are back for our first episode of the new year.
Back for the first time.
Awesome Friday, and our resident therapist is back.
I'm back. Yay. I am so happy to be here. Happy New Year. To some people, Happy New Years. I miss y'all. I'm happy to be here. I am so excited about being back, man. I tell you, I missed y'all.
We missed you, man. Everybody was like, hey, where's Lanika? I was like, she's out for a minute. She'll be back soon. I was like, she'll be back. Yeah, I was like,
do that voice again. Do that voice again.
What'd you say?
Do the voice again.
Really?
Everybody was saying what? How they say it?
Really?
I'm glad they look forward to seeing me on here. I feel good about that. I'm sorry I had to be out for a minute, but hey, I'm glad that something I'm saying is, helping somebody and they look forward to it. So I appreciate it. I do appreciate it.
Most definitely. I was like, I'm glad they got into the routine of seeing you every month. So they know when you missing, they like, all right.
Yeah, I'm back on it. God willing. God willing. Wasn't planning on being out. But the Lord willing, I'm back on it. Yeah. What we said, first Fridays, I'm on it. I got it on my calendar.
Yeah.
She on it,
we already. What? You said what, D?
I said she on it, dog on it. Y'all can't hear me. I got to sit up on the mic.
And we already got the topic for next month. Booyah.
Yeah. Look at that. Okay.
I got to sit up on the mic. Mic check. 1, 2.
Uh-oh.
All right, there we go. All right, you good? Don't eat it, but you good?
Nah, I ain't finna eat that, Paul.
So as you can see, DA is in his proper place.
Right on.
Mm-hmm. That is what's up. So we hope everybody's new year went great. For us Texas folks, we got some crazy weather possibly coming this way next week. So oh yay, hope I'm glad it did pop up. Awesome.
What popped up?
The notification that the podcast was going to come on. Because she was somebody just told you she was one of the ones that said she wasn't getting the notifications.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you have not, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. There you go. So we make sure you know when we are coming on. But I'm excited that Larnika is back. I'm excited about this episode.
So what we finna talk about?
Whew, well,
let's get to it. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's not lollygag. Let's just jump on in and feet first.
Feet first, not head first.
Shit, I don't care. Shit, we can barely plop in that motherfucker. I don't care.
So, of course, tonight's episode is called Are You Emotional? So this actually branches out into 3 different categories that we are going to cover tonight on emotional. So, I don't know, Larnika, which one you want to start with tonight?
Well,
wait. Wait.
When I get ready, I'm gonna take off.
So, emotional. What is emotional?
Well, emotions are basically feelings that we have in regards to certain things that occur. It's a reaction, a response to
Hmm.
anything.
So
Uh,
it's natural.
yes, emotions are very natural. If they are feeling happy, feeling sad, that's pretty, common. If you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling jealous, if you're worried, these are all different emotions that we have. There are so many different emotions that a person can feel based on anything. You know, we tend to tell people how they should feel when certain things happen in their lives. Don't
Mm,
feel like this. You shouldn't feel that way. You know what? Let the people feel what they feeling. Allow
mm,
people to honor and sit in those emotions. You can talk to them through it. You know, I understand that this made you feel sad. Your feelings are valid. You can even sympathize with them. I'm sorry you feel this way. Not, don't cry. You shouldn't feel sad. A lot of people don't even know how to honor their emotions or even what their emotions are, how they should or should not feel based on certain circumstances and things that happen. Like, people will go to someone and let's say they have something happen. Hey, this happened. How should I feel about it? I have people ask me that. How should I feel that this scenario happened? Somebody said this. I got mad. Should I be mad? Well, it made you mad. I might not be mad, and me and you two different people. But if it makes you mad, those are your feelings. You were angry about that. It upset you. That's okay to be upset. Now don't be upset and go off and do all that other stuff. Is based on how you respond. You could talk about it, talk it out, talk to the other person, whatever. But if you are mad because somebody did XYZ, that's your feelings. If you're sad, if you happy, you shouldn't be happy. Damn right I'm happy. Depending on what circumstances are. Yeah, I'm happy. Hey, people feel what they feel. That's up to them. We should allow people to do that. You know.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, okay, you should allow people to uh experience emotions. Because the reason why I ask that is because it's like seems like emotion or emotional has been getting a bad rap.
Mhm. Yeah. Women are too emotional. Men should
Or,
not show emotion.
yeah,
Well, what y'all want people to do? I mean, God forbid people stuff those emotions in and they end up coming out in ways that we don't want them to come out. I
right.
can't say why folk done some of these things that has been in the headline, unfortunately, but some of the some of the backstory with some things, I'll analyze everything as me. Some of the backstory, um, in a lot of different things. It's been so much, but some of the backstory, these people were hurting for one reason or another. And I can't say nobody allowed them to show their emotions or not, but in someone's pain, they may have caused pain to others in one way or another. Somebody cheat on you, what you gonna do? You gonna go back and cheat where they see now you didn't put all this other whole victims pictures on your Facebook because you just mad at somebody else and you trying to get a rise out of them. That, and that's subtle, but nevertheless, folks, do many different things. Allow people to honor their feelings and emotions. Now, how you respond to those different emotions that you're feeling is a whole different thing. That's where you can have that conversation and talk to somebody and work through, process through those emotions and not allow them to have you to hurt yourself or hurt somebody else, because it can get that deep.
True that.
It can.
Yeah, I think one of the things I hate when we deal with emotions is somebody telling you to get out of your emotions and get out of your feelings.
Yeah. That's,
Yep.
it's like, and I think a lot of times it's because people don't know how to process their own feelings and emotions. Oh, don't cry. Oh, get out of your feeling. You're too sensitive. Child, maybe you're not sensitive enough. Okay. And a lot of times people They don't know what to tell you. So it's there, like they'll shut you down. You know, even parents to their own children. If a parent is not emotionally available, which we're going to talk about that, if they don't know how to process their own feelings and emotions, what can they teach their children? To stuff it, to avoid it. Don't cry. Don't do nothing. So then you get kids at school, they you know, or you don't know what's going on with them. And then when they do react or respond in a way that's not healthy, then we find out all these different things. And it's like, well, dang, if they were able to express their emotions, honor their feelings, they could have talked to somebody, you know, to help them process and work through it before it ended up being whatever they may have done, even with their own parents, you know, whatever their stuff is. If they would have been able to talk about it, to process it, to work through it, to acknowledge it, you know, it's okay to have negative emotions. It's okay to have positive emotions. It's okay to have positive emotions when some people might have negative emotions, because everybody is different.
Yes.
You know? So yeah.
Definitely. Okay. So let's start with let's start with what is emotionally availability?
Okay, so being emotionally available is being able to present your own emotions, to be open with them, and to respond to the emotions of others in a relationship, whether it's intimate, whether it's family, whether it's whatever. I kind of got to back up because you can't have these other ones without having emotional intelligence.
There we
For
go.
one, you truly have to know what emotions are. And so I got my good little paper here because to help me out a little bit. So with emotional intelligence, it is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions while also being able to recognize, understand, and influence the emotions of others. So that comes with self-awareness. You know, I know what I'm feeling. You know, I can label my emotions. I've been allowed to feel what I feel, identify what they are. Because, you know, sometimes we don't know. I talk to kids all day. They don't know. What are you feeling? I don't know. Why'd you do it? I don't know. Guess what? They really don't know. You know. Okay, I'll come up with something. They don't know. They really don't know. And so, for one, knowing what emotions are, you know, being able, when I feel this is probably this, that, or that. So being able to pinpoint what it is that you're feeling when something happens is mental availability a thing. We'll get to that. Remind me of that. Because it really, the mental availability is more or less being emotionally available. Some people don't have what we might say the mental capacity. Maybe the emotional capacity is really what they may lack in relation to others, or understanding their actions when they do stuff. Somebody commit a heinous crime, the people test them, did they know what they was doing? Were they mentally stable? Were they even emotionally there to know, if I do this is going to cause harm? So they all wrap into one. They really all wrap into one. So you're looking at self-awareness, being able to understand your own emotions, self-regulation. Now, I can know I'm pissed. I am pissed. Okay. What am I doing when I'm pissed? Am I taking it out on everybody? I'm pissed. I'm slamming doors. I done threw some children. No, I don't throw children, but I done reacted in some kind of way. I done had a meltdown, child, and flipped up America. Okay. Am I able to regulate that? Because I can, you know, like I tell the kids, sometimes I walk into work pissed, but y'all never know that because I can regulate my emotions. I can process it. I can allow myself to manage it to get through my day. And that's part of that emotional intelligence. Motivation, you know, being able to stay focused and committed to whatever you're doing. Some people can get emotional and just walk away, just walk out. You know, I got a whole job I'm doing. I got a whole maybe relationship I'm in. And then people that pick up and pack up and go, what happened? We had one little fight. They just left. Like, well, what's going on? Or you have this whole project you have to do and you just cut it off. Like, what happened? What's going on with that? Having empathy. Empathy doesn't mean that you have to have experienced something that someone else had, but just to understand what, to have an understanding of what they may be experiencing, and your social skill, being able to communicate effectively with other people. It's not always what you want, or even to be able to pick up on your partners or person that you're communicating with nonverbal cues. A lot of times when we are in relation to others, whether it's intimate, whether it's professional or family, we assume people are going to react to certain things we may do or say based on how we may react to certain things that people do or say, and not give consideration to, I'm a whole different person. This person may not even be thinking, feeling any of that, or it might really hurt them. And so, all of that plays its part in regards to having emotional intelligence, being able to know what it is that you're feeling, how other people are feeling, and how what you say or do can affect others and even yourself. Even yourself.
True. Definitely, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so with the emotional availability, if I am, and typically we find these issues in relationships. If I'm in a relationship, am I available, excuse me, to communicate, to have any empathy, to even understand what you may be feeling, or even express my own feelings? If I'm in a relationship and maybe some things are said and done that I don't really like, but I don't say nothing. I'm just quiet, or I check out. Or if we, have a discussion or disagreement and we want to talk about it, I walk away. And not to walk away to calm down or talk about it later. I can't deal with it. And a lot of people, can't have a conversation, excuse me, about how they may have caused another person to feel, and it's a whole different thing right there. But nevertheless, you might say or do something that a person could take offense to, or might, make them feel away. And if I want to let you know, hey, when you said this, I felt that, hey, they gone. It's like, well, okay. Yeah, that lacks some emotional maturity there. We can't have a conversation about how I feel. People get on the defense real quick, so yeah, that plays its part. So the mental availability, those two with emotional availability, having a mental capacity, I think, is in relation to having an emotional capacity to hold space for somebody and understand how they feel.
So I was gonna ask her to elaborate when you say mental availability, because like you said, they kind of sort of, if she's talking about the mental space, that is another topic, because now you're trying to create the space to allow somebody to be emotional. And sometimes people don't realize it, that they're not the same thing, because just because they are emotionally intelligent doesn't mean they're mentally intelligent, and vice versa. Because you have to be able to create that, allow that space to happen for them, or you have to take, again, you got to take look for mental cues as well. Like, I'm gonna use an example of myself. Like, if I'm talking to somebody and they start to irritate me, is my face showing it? Am I cutting them off? Am I how my breathing is? And
do you shut them?
Am I allowing them the space to say something? So
I think it's a very thin line between the two. I'm trying to think of something
it
where a
is.
person wouldn't
It
have
is.
the mentality. Maybe if they're not comprehending what a person is trying to say or trying to convey. Um,
Or they're not used to it, or they're not like used to somebody having that. Because like looking at the question, that's what I'm thinking she's trying to get at. Is like, is that the unicorn? Is that the Smurf? Is that the leprechaun pot of gold? Like we talk about it a lot, but we very little people have seen that. We talking about emotional availability and all that stuff, but apparently not a lot of people have seen that. So that's
yeah,
what I'm
and
getting at.
and that's true because you know, again, our parents, whether they know it or not, they're modeling things for us. You know, if I see my mom crying, if her feelings hurt and she cries, and if my feelings hurt and I cry and she tell me it's okay to cry, then okay, I see at least that much, you know. Um, but if I have a parent that doesn't do any of that stuff, they don't hug you when you're crying, they just like, oh, stop it, you'll be all right, you know, kind of thing. They dismiss your emotions, and yeah, you don't know what it looks like to have to validate your emotions, to have a healthy processing of them. We tend to look for validation in other people at times, or we hold it all in until it gets out some kind of other way. So somebody said, can your emotions be partially regulated? Because my face speaks volumes. The regulation of the emotions is, you know, you're able to recover. I mean, you're gonna feel it, whatever it is, whether your face show it or not, you still gonna feel it. Are you allowing it to kind of take over? You know, if you feel like crying, are you able to, you know, kind of process it, hold it in, maybe even allow yourself to go cry if you need to. Or, you know, a lot of times we get upset. We don't want the other person to know you've made me upset to the point where I want to cry. And so I may be able to hold it in until I can get somewhere and cry, or it might just come out. Now that doesn't mean that you haven't regulated it, because hell, you're human. You're gonna, if that whatever happened triggered you to feel that way, then you feel it. You're able to cry it out, breathe, drink you some water, talk about it, process it, and you're good. Is it still affecting you tomorrow, the next day, and the next day after that? That's when, you know, you have the dysregulation. I know a lot of time now that's a whole I ain't gonna go through that. That's a whole diagnosis. The was it dysregulation thing where children have it, where they get mad and they banging everything and doing all that. That's a mental health thing. That's a whole different diagnosis. I ain't gonna even go there. But yeah, sometimes people have difficulty regulating their emotions. Your facial expressions are going to show it because you're feeling it. That doesn't mean you didn't regulate it. That just means you felt it, you know, and you can feel it and have to work on processing it. And if a person sees your face and they ask what's wrong, you can either tell them what's wrong right then and there, or you can let them know, I need to process this for a moment. I'll get back with you on that. You know, and do what you got to do and come back and talk about it. If that's, you know,
Yes,
something you can do.
yeah. Some people like they. I mean, there used to be a running joke like you can tell how a black woman is feeling by looking at her face, because her face never lie.
I don't
So
know, but I can tell you that's me all day.
Baby, that is.
I'm good. They like,
well,
man,
yeah.
I know my energy be
So if
like,
that's the
ooh.
case, then is that a good thing or a bad thing?
What's that for black women being
Just
able to?
for your emotion to wear your emotions on your face,
I think that, I mean,
or is it just a thing?
it's just a thing because we're human. I think the bad thing is when we tell people to show no emotions. You know, for black women
That's when
now,
when you get them
we
sociopaths.
we have been told. What about the sociopath?
No, when you said people tell you don't show your emotions, don't show it on your face, I said that's how you end up with sociopaths, socio and psychopaths.
Yeah, well, yeah, can be, could be, but yeah, that way it, yeah, it's a little deeper than that one. But for Black women, you know, we're told to be strong, don't show emotion, because we
Smile.
have smile, act like nothing wrong. People can talk to you crazy and tell you any other kind of stuff, and you're supposed to sit up there and take it. You know, the strong Black woman syndrome, yeah, that might create some sociopath, and I'm surprised we don't have many more, because people will tell you as a Black woman, you know, you got to be strong. You got to be strong for everybody. That's why after this whole November 5th thing, Black women was like, you know what? I'm on vacation. Y'all can have this because I am done. Because it's a lot that we deal with. We have to go into the workforce. People don't think we qualify. God damn it, I wasn't trying to go there. People don't think we qualify. And yet we carry everybody. We do. And I'm supposed to, you know, you gonna shit on me and tell me to keep smiling, and I'm supposed to keep smiling. Okay, it's good. Yes, I know I'm the smartest person in the room, but I have to give the other people their authority. I can't say anything because of who I am and the color of my skin, and I have to allow people to do some dumb stuff and act like it's good. So yeah, you might see my facial expressions because I'm trying really, really hard to do what they say Black women is supposed to do. I'm trying to suck it up, hold it in. In my mind, this is the craziest shit I done ever heard. But yeah, okay, I can see that. Yeah. And I'm like, Lord, just don't let nobody get hurt. Or don't put my name on it when the stuff go down. But you know, we and men too. Men will have this don't show emotions, don't emotion. You have to show us like masculine rage or anger or something. You can't cry, it's tough, it's all this other stuff. And I saw something not too long ago where they were saying the education system is demasculating kids. I'm like, how? Boys, how? You know, we're not turning your children trans. I don't know where they come up with that shit from. Nobody's doing that. If anything, what we're doing, we're teaching emotions. So where your little boy might be beating the hell out of his sister and kicking your dog, we're trying to teach him to calm down. And we're trying to get him to identify his emotions and understand what they are and to find other ways to respond to them when he feels that way. And if folks think that's making them less masculine, then goddamn it, I guess they are. But we trying to help the children. We got to deal with them children doing that junk all day. And we're trying to help them to regulate their emotions.
Yeah. And as far as the facial expressions, it's like a warning and a public service announcement to get the fuck out of my space and go on. Like going on with that. Go on. Because everything you said, I dealt with that at my last job, and I was just my it showed. I ain't gonna even lie to you. It was like I could only take so much, and now y'all poking the bear and playing. So it showed. I get that. You all right? You feel okay?
Folks will do that, and I think a lot of it, I you know, some people intentionally do junk. You do have a thing that's called macroaggression. That's real, you know. And then some people, because you haven't said anything, you haven't, you know, done anything about it or whatever. You've done what you're supposed to do. Suck it up. And when you get to your breaking point to where I can't believe this shit, you know, then what's wrong? You know, people don't want to be labeled as an angry Black woman or angry Black man at work. You know, I want to go to work and have a good working environment. We got a lot to deal with the population that we deal with. And so I at least want my work environment to be cool. We ain't got to be friends, but just to be calm, cool, and we can get our job done and do what we got to do. If I got a hostile work environment where people tripping and I can't say nothing because, you know, and I'm outnumbered, so what am I going to do? in that situation.
And need your job.
And you need your job. You need your job, you know. So it's you know, it can be hard, but once we learn to acknowledge our feelings, regulate our emotions, process everything that we're dealing with, manage the stress, because that stressful environments bring upon all kinds of emotions. You know, once we learn how to manage that, deal with that, it can help us to, you know, do our thing, just to be, be who we are. You know, mentally checked out, or you're used to mentally being in a bad space. How do you make yourself mentally available to someone, especially your partner? That's a very good question. How do you make yourself mentally available, emotionally available? For one, talking to somebody is always helpful, you know, to help you process that, because a lot of times it comes from a response to something. You know, I can't blame it on your parents. I'm not, you know, doing that. But sometimes we go through stuff and it may make us not show emotion. Maybe we had something that we experienced, and when we did show emotions, we were kind of like, no, don't do that. And so we just started holding stuff in and not showing it to people. And maybe we didn't have it modeled. It could be a lot of different things, but I think one thing you can do is take time with self. You know, journal your feelings. What did I feel today? Today I was pissed. Why? Because XYZ. Well, then you know that XYZ gonna make you pissed. Okay. And so how do you deal with those feelings? What do you do? How do you honor it? How do you manage it? You know, it's not saying don't feel pissed. It's just saying when I'm pissed, how can I react or respond in a healthy way? I can go talk to the person when everybody calm. I can journal about it. I can give it to God. Okay, and keep moving. Be like these. I have a tendency to compartmentalize folks, and so if I got to deal with people, I'll be like, this in word is crazy, and I'm gonna put them over there. And every time I see them, it's like, yep, hey, nothing you say or do gonna bother me, because I know what, yep, and I can go on over there and do my thing. But mainly, I would say being able to acknowledge your feelings. You know, taking time to listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to what's going on with you. And as far as your partner, communicating with your partner. You won't know how your partner is feeling unless they tell you. A lot of times we assume, remember we said how sometimes we think people are going to react or respond in ways that we would. Communication is key. Talk to your partner. It's like, hey, even if it's just checking in, a lot of times you can sit down and check in with your partner. How did your day go? My day went XYZ. How did your day go? Okay. What do you think about the relationship? Everything's great. Okay. I don't like when this happened. Don't get mad. Okay. Let's talk about it. Let's see how we can work on it. Can we resolve the issue? You know, being able to be open. I think a lot of times people get defensive or they shut down when people start talking about it. When their partner, somebody else start talking about emotions, they don't know how to just allow that. And it's not a strike against you as a person. Nobody's perfect. People have stuff. It's okay for a person to be your partner and not be happy with something that may have been said or done. And that way, you know how you can work towards fixing it, resolving the problem. So take time, give yourself some grace.
Yeah,
Give yourself some grace.
and I'll add to it, because it's something that caught my eye when she said that she's used to being in that bad space mentally. To add to everything Lanika said, I'll try to find out why. Like, why are you in that bad space? Because sometimes, I think we mentioned it on a few shows, we don't know what we don't know. But if you feeling that you're in a bad space, how did you get there? Because it's nothing It's not like you just woke up this morning. You know what? I feel like being in a fucked up space, so I'm gonna be in a fucked up space. It took time, and just like it took time to get in that space, it's gonna take time for you to figure that out. And that's when you definitely need to communicate that with your partner. And if they don't understand, you might need to ask them the same question, like, how are you not understanding that? Are you in a good space? So, or you might need to question that relationship, because if they don't understand that, they don't see that you're trying to deal with or trying to come out of a bad space, then that's a selfish individual. So you might need to start questioning that person, not just relationship as in boyfriend girlfriend. It could be friendship. It could be parents. It could be whatever, brother sister. So if it's an issue, but first you got to figure out why you're in that spot. So before I go on a tangent, just figure out why you're in that spot and then go from there. But just let everybody know, yeah.
And that's true. We feel stuff we don't know why, because sometimes you could have experienced something and your response or reaction evolves, it develops over time. If you have a negative experience and you have a negative outlook on life because of that experience, and then it just, like you said, over time, you might be bitter, you might be a lot of different things, and you may not really know why, because something may have happened a long time ago. Sometimes we try to suppress it, we dissociate from it. We just know we feel this because we've been feeling this all this time, and this is just how I feel. But there's a reason. there is a reason. Same thing with emotions. If you don't know what emotions are, if you don't have any emotional intelligence, then it's like you're on autopilot. You're just reacting and responding, and we're just reacting and responding however it is. And I've met people, they just, it's like, dang. But then they like, I didn't really mean whatever, but child, you didn't toe up America. You the big bad wolf, and they really don't know. And it's like, oh, okay. And there's a story, like you said, there's a story behind it. There's a why. There's always a why. People just really don't know. And that's when they need to try to discover the why. Part of being able to heal that, to work on it, you have to enhance your self-regulation. If it is something in the past, like relationship trauma, and that's not just people being in domestic abusive relationships. This could be you gave your heart and soul to somebody and they just left. And so now you got this chip on your shoulder, this hurt, this pain, that you think every relationship that you get into is gonna be that. And so that's where you get you some mindfulness practices. Really, people should heal before they get into these next relationships, but unfortunately we don't do that. And sometimes we think we healed, and then when we in a relationship we realize, oh, I'm not healed. I can say that, that's on me. But practicing mindfulness, staying in the present, looking at this person, not comparing them to anybody that you've dated before. Look at this individual. What are they doing? Are they doing anything to make you feel like you should be worried? Are they doing anything to make you feel like you shouldn't trust them? No. Okay, well then you gotta, work on those things. Talk to somebody. Positive affirmations, positive self-talk, being intentional. When I was just telling this to somebody, because New Year's resolution and new year, new me, all this other, and I'm not hating on it. Everybody do what they do. But in order to achieve these things, you got to be realistic, and you have to be intentional with making that change. If you want to be emotionally available for your partner, get you some literature, read up on it. What does emotional availability look like? What do I need to do to achieve that? And every day you should practice something to make you retrain your brain and your emotions of how you respond and react, that you're able to receive criticism, healthy criticism. You know, if somebody tells you, I feel this way when you do this, don't cuss them out. Well, fuck you. You know, don't know. You know, listen to what they say. They're really trying to tell you, like, hey, I love you a lot, but you know, if you keep that dog shit out there, that upsets me. You know, I don't know. I'm going to just left on that one. But if a person is like, you are sorry, excuse for a woman, well, hell, God, you get out. You know, that's something else. That's totally something different. But I think sometimes when a person can say, I feel this way when it's happened, a person is receiving, you a sorry ass girlfriend. Now that's another why. Why do you feel that if this person ain't even saying nothing like that? But because you feel like you might be getting some criticism, and it ain't even really criticism, they just saying, hey, we're good, but this, you know, we could work on this, we'd be even better. And hey, it's okay. Nobody's perfect. It's okay to have imperfections. We do. I gotta wear glasses. I wish I didn't, but hey, that's life. You know, it's like I might give up the ghost and get them bifocals this year. I'm praying on it, Jesus.
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
praying on it, Lord. I've been like, Lord, I can't see that.
You see, GA don't wear his.
You don't wear yours, brother?
Yeah, I don't have bifocals, first of all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just wear regular glasses. But nah, like everything you were saying is like that all for everybody out there. That all has to start with self. You have to manage your emotions, and like we keep saying that. But I want to reiterate this. I really do, because it just hit me. When we say manage your emotions, that does not mean put them in the box and throw them in the bottom of the fucking ocean. That does not mean put them in the box, put them on the shelf, and worry about them later. That does not mean swallow them and skin and grin and keep pushing forward, because that's going to put you in the same place or worse that you're already in. Self-regulation means exactly that. Looking at, okay, I feel this way because of blah. I will respond to this issue this way, or I will respond to this issue at a different time because it is making me feel blah. That means it's just like you self-correcting yourself. You're self-correcting. You feel that car crash coming. You're like, you know what? Let me slow down, pull over, get myself together before I get back on the highway. And that's what we're talking about. Because I foresee people hearing what we're saying, and the first thing out of their mouth, oh, well, they said all I got to do is check my emotions, and then I'm good. And so when I feel a certain way, I'm just be like, fuck it, and put them up and then worry about it and keep and smile and grin. No, not that. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying address them, but address them appropriately. Address them, but if you can't address them appropriately at that time, address them at a later date. It's okay, because it's you. It ain't like this. I know the situation gonna change, but the way you reacted to that situation is not.
Ooh.
So you still gonna have that feeling in you. You still gonna have those emotions in you, and that's where we always hear the word, especially now. The key word is triggered. Oh, I've been triggered. Ooh, that's why you haven't addressed your response, not the situation. You haven't addressed your response to that situation. And then, so that's what we're saying too. And then also, you got, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Sometimes you got to have empathy. And when I say empathy, you got to look at this other person who is your trigger and look at them like, wait a minute. Why is this individual acting like this? That's putting me in this situation. And then you have to separate, put that boundary or that border or whatever you want to call it, that space Say, why are they doing that to trigger me? That's part two. That's not before your regulation. That's after. Because if you do it for regulation, you're gonna slap shit out of somebody. But that's after. Like once you start realizing how you're responding to situations and responding to people, that's when you're like, okay, why does this person act this way? And these are like these, and I'm just saying that because these are like little simple things you can do. This back to what is it? Baldy La Stella. I don't know. I don't fuck that up. But anyway, let's go back to our question. Like these are little things like you can start off by doing. It's hard, but it's not hard. It's hard because we have been operating in a space of, well, I gonna say we. Yes, I am. I'm gonna include myself in it, but it has to make it a group thing. In a space where we weren't allowed to express ourselves emotionally, and we have been operating, like you said, in a bad space for so long that we don't know what a good space is, and we're still trying to figure that out. It's just like driving. It's just like driving on a foggy highway forever. Like you just driving on a foggy highway. You don't know when this shit going in, but you know if this shit is foggy, and you know this shit is foggy. And that's where you at when you say you're in a bad space. It's just like you've been doing it for so long, you just got used to it. So like I said, these are little things, and there's more information out there where you can look it up and help self-help tools to help you get through. I ain't gonna say get through. Help you increase your damn it, dog. Help you increase your emotional intelligence. I'm on a roll and you fucking me up. Get off me.
I'm gonna need you to check your response, sir.
That was your emotional support.
He over here tapping me on the leg, like say it.
He probably feel you. You know those animals can pick up on our emotions. They talk about emotional support animals. They are for real. They are for real.
That part.
But yeah, because some people, back to the triggers, some people will use being triggered by something as a crutch. It's like, okay, I know I experienced something traumatic in my life. I know I experienced it. And I can tell you, hey, I experienced XYZ trauma in my life and I get triggered. So then something happened, they triggered and they want to fight everybody. It's like, okay, stop it. You do know you had a trauma. You have recognized your triggers, not to say if people intentionally doing some junk to you, but if something triggers you, it's really up to you to work on regulating it. You can let people know, hey, this triggers me, so I probably won't go, or I probably won't do XYZ, or if I have to fall back, then that's a responsible way. If we go and do XYZ, like some people don't like crowds or loud music because of whatever PTSD they may have, and they just may opt out, or they say, hey, I'll go, but I might, stand up in the stand-up part, whatever, because I can find me an exit because that's how it makes me feel. And you can respect that. Oh, okay, my person gets triggered by crowds. Maybe we can go to an event that has enough space or out for them so they can feel comfortable and we can still enjoy whatever the case may be. That's cool. But if you like snapping off on people, well, I did this and this triggers me, but since that ain't nobody else's responsibility to regulate that for you, you have to work on those things. You can let people know, but you need to work on that. You can't use that as an excuse to be ugly to people or to be mean or to be nasty or whatever. I can give you some empathy in regards to whatever you've been through, and I can, like you said, try to, accommodate certain things and situations, but you got to work on that stuff. That's on you. That's not, nobody should be your punching bag because you experienced something,
I just got triggered because my dog came over here and farted next to me.
Look out, Jesus. I don't know that. Well, I've never had a dog. I don't know what dog farts smell like. I can imagine.
Man, look, them farts can clear a room.
I will
Yeah.
empathize with you on that, my brother.
Got my eyes watering.
Maybe that's what he was trying to tell you. You got to go potty. You
No,
gotta
he
go.
went over here and went to sleep.
Huh? He went to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, child. Ain't nobody
He's
in
trying
here
to
but
match
me.
your energy.
I guess so.
He had a rumble in his tummy. He's like, my tummy hurt, and he farted, and it made him feel better, and he went on to sleep.
He said, night night.
But yeah, they have a lot of self-help books, podcasts like this. Finding positive stuff online. I just the worst thing that a person can do, my opinion, is to validate negative responses. Like if somebody, you can go on social media and find clips of everything from people shoplifting, people fighting, to the relationships, people, romantic stuff, you name it, they got it. Okay. And so sometimes you'll see stuff where somebody did somebody wrong or something happened and they pop off. And so you see a lot of pop off videos out there. And in the comments, you see people like, yeah, that's right. No, you don't have to pop off on folk for stuff. Yes, stuff can hurt your feelings. Yes, stuff can make you feel a certain way. Yes, you could be pissed and want to pop off on people, but consequences are out there. You go pop off on everybody, you're gonna catch the wrong one. Or you can go to jail. You can have something that could ruin your life because you couldn't regulate your emotions. I've seen that. I remember before I even thought about being a therapist, I worked at a prison. And I used to be a parole officer, institutional parole officer. And I remember, I'm from Port Arthur, shout out to PA. Everybody know everybody. And so I remember this girl from school. She used to just fight. You always had those folk that would fight. Something happened, they'd fight. Somebody say, they fight. Like just a drop of a dime, they're going to fight. Well, as we grew up, this person ended up working at the prison. And somebody told them something, and boom, the lights went out, and it was their boss. And they kind of beat up their boss and ended up getting in trouble. And the sad part about it, as a parole officer, I had to do their parole stuff. And I think they were actually diagnosed with like the diagnosis I'm thinking of that I can't spit out, the dysregulation, where you cannot regulate your emotions. They diagnosed her with that. And I remember thinking, I saw that a long time ago. Because sis was always fighting at school. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times we run to the fights, the children run, they want to record. Now, we ain't had no phones to do all that, no cameras. But people would fight and they talk about, ooh. And then you kind of got a little popular. It's like, I want to be her friend because when shit go down, she gonna beat everybody up.
That's the person you don't want to go to war with.
It's like, let me tell my friend, this is messing with me. And they like to fight. Okay. And that's a whole different thing. But there are consequences to not being able to regulate your emotions. It's okay to feel it. It's about how you respond and react to it. And if you do stuff it and try to hold it in, all of that gonna blow up and come out some kind of way that you don't want it to.
True.
And when the smoke clears, you're gonna be like, damn, and you can be, it's their fault. No, it ain't. You responded that way. Yeah, that's why I did the air quotes when we said somebody made us feel or made us do. Nobody can't make you. You have to regulate how you react or respond to certain things that occur.
Yeah. So
it's all about, regulating it, being self-aware. Take time to listen to yourself. That's why I said journal, because these thoughts can go. Write that stuff down so you can pay attention to what's going on. Because if you could get in my brain, child, y'all be wore out with how I be thinking about stuff.
Woo!
Write this
be running down. A marathon, boy.
Baby, I don't even know. Okay, God is good, but write it down. Write down your feelings. And if you got to walk away and go do something, drink some water, go outside, breathe, and come back and look at it. And then ask yourself, why do I feel this way? What's happening? So you can identify, even if you don't know what you're feeling. I get a lot of young folks. I'm old folks too. I don't know. I just feel XYZ. Okay, well, let's look up some books. They got plenty of feelings charts. They got lots of stuff. Don't go to the WebMD. You be thinking you're schizophrenic and you're not. Okay, but look up feelings and emotions. Okay, did something happen? Okay, this happened. Not how you should feel, because you should feel how you feel. You just want to be able to identify what it is. Okay, I'm like this, that, and that. Okay, maybe I'm feeling anger. Maybe I'm feeling irritated. Okay, I'm irritated. Okay, I'm irritated. Why am I irritated? What happened? Okay, and then that's what, like Dee was saying, you can look at maybe what's going on with this other person. Is it really them, or is it me reacting to them because I've had XYZ happen to me, and they kind of is a face for that. They ain't did nothing, but it's all on me. And sometimes it can be all on us. Sometimes we can create some stuff, and not that we're trying to, but we can have experienced things that will allow us to create a story in our heads that's not necessarily the reality. I'm not saying people hallucinate or nothing like that. Not that. That's a whole different thing. But sometimes we can have conflict with a person, or maybe not even it. Sometimes people be looking at people. Why are they looking at me? Maybe sometimes they ain't even looking at you. They're just looking in your direction.
Yep.
But we'll make up something in our heads about a scenario and we'll believe it. And ain't none of that true. We didn't let our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions get discombobulated about something, instead of maybe just talking about it or even thinking it out. I'm mad. Why am I mad with this person? Did they say this, or am I feeling like they said it or something? Am I catastrophizing? We have anxiety. That's what we do. Am I going based on some past something that happened and creating this scenario in my head that this person must be this because I had that before? It don't have to be. This is a new day. Let's stay in the present. That's mindfulness. Stay present. Presently, they said this. Did they mean anything by it? I don't know. Ask them. Hey, remember when you said that? What that mean? Really? Yeah. Okay. Didn't mean nothing. They was just saying some stuff. Sometimes people say shit, they don't even know why. they don't even know why. So being aware, take time for self, and be intentional. It's a practice. It's an everyday practice. Every day you wake up, your mind goes on autopilot. It thinks about how your day is going, good, bad. Otherwise, your hopes, fears, desires, dreams, whatever it is, your mind goes. It just automatically goes. You don't have to say mind start, mind stop. You don't have to do none of that because it automatically does these things. And that's where you have to be intentional if you want to change your thought pattern. Not to say change your emotions about how I feel about it. Your emotions about certain things could change. They could. If you have a different, once you change perhaps if you change your belief system about certain things, you may have a different emotional response. In therapy, we use cognitive behavior techniques. We look at, the problem, what happened, and your beliefs about it, and then we work towards changing your belief about a certain event that may have occurred, which could in turn change how you are triggered or not, or what your emotional response to certain things are. You get those kids, I'm scared to ride the roller coaster. I ain't riding the roller coaster. You put them on the roller coaster a few times, they good. But the next roller coaster, I was like that for a short period of time. I ain't riding the roller coaster, I ain't riding it. Then I got on the roller coasters, yay! Then got a little older, hell no, not again. So, it happened.
Look, the way these rides are stopping.
Woo, what? I done got two older wives. Baby, no thank you. If I just want my heart to stop, I'll ask the Lord to take me out of here.
Baby.
Okay. It's a mess. No, thank you. I don't need those kind of thrills in my life.
Yeah, I'm good on the ride thing.
They don't regulate this stuff no more.
No, they don't. So no, like Yeah, I'm not. I'm good on those. I seen one earlier. They stopped. They
No, thank you.
oh
Let me get on
no,
the
we
bumper
good.
cars. Give me the bumper
Yes,
cars. We gonna bump.
yes. No, the little swings that go around in the circle.
I
They
don't
be
want that either.
yeah.
No,
No,
thank
I'm
you.
good on that. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I thought about that. I was like, "Ooh, the rodeo coming." Oh no, we ground level.
Put them things down there. I just eat the food, child. Give me something to eat. Walk
Go
around.
to the concert part, something. But yeah, I ain't gonna be
That's
able to do
it.
that.
That's it. Nah.
I'm good on that. All right. Well, ooh, I think we kind of. I feel we kind of covered everything.
Pretty much.
I think that we yeah. I think that we have it. Just hey, you want something different, you got to do something different. You got to
Yep.
take time to
Pretty much.
learn yourself. Take time to learn you. You can. You can't. No matter how old you are or what you've experienced in life, people can change. You have to want to develop that. It takes time. It's not an overnight thing. Talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. We can help you.
No, definitely,
Mhm.
definitely. All righty. Well, we can get ready to go ahead and close out for the night because yeah, I think we definitely checked all the boxes on all three.
Okay. Awesome.
All right, Lanita, how you want to end tonight, ma'am?
Well, mainly emotions are yours. They are yours. You have a right to feel whatever you feel about a situation. Um, the main thing is how you react or respond to it. You have control over your emotions. It's something that you have to work towards. There is help out there if you need it. And you can achieve anything you set your mind to. You just have to be intentional. That's my piece.
Quick question. Can you let people know? Do we have a grief session this month?
Yes, we do have our virtual, because people were asking me where was it. We have our virtual trauma and grief support group for our spring 2025. And starting off January 28th, I will be facilitating that one. And we do have special guests each month up until May. Don't ask me who's next month because I can't even tell you right now. I think Shamil Pete, I think he's February. This is a dynamic young man. He wrote a book. He's a suicide survivor. When you hear that story, baby, it's like, Lord, baby, God was with you. Let me see. I think March. Who was in March? Who was in March? Who was in March? I think Pastor Fee is in March. I think Pastor Fee is March. I think Pastor Fee um, has a online ministry coming from is either South Carolina or one of the Carolinas, okay? And she's gonna be on in March. We have Leah George is one of my LPC associates, and she's gonna share her story, another dynamic story. And then we will have Empress Shay, Sharonda Barksdale, our favorite, who comes, my shadow work coach. She
Yes.
is coming back. And so
Yes.
she's going to end us out in May. So I'm excited about that. And so, and it's free,
Yeah.
totally
Free.
free. Go to
Free.
$3.99.
www.lavaslpc.com or follow me on social media, Larnica Lavas LPC PLLC. I have to put up the registration for this semester, but if you go find the open, trust me, it's the same thing. I ain't creating nothing new. I'm just gonna put it up there differently. But make sure you register to be able to receive the Zoom link. We have to vet the people out because sometimes you get the hackers, they get mad because people want to heal themselves. I don't understand it. And so, yeah. So if you need help, don't think, oh, I can't afford it. It's unavailable. It's not accessible. Yes, it is. You just have to, see where it is. And I'll let you know when we have some stuff. Speaking of free 99, I do have some interns. I don't remember how many I have that's coming back this spring because a couple graduated. I know I have one for certain and a possible another one, and I have one that's working right now. And so we offer free therapy if you're in Texas from our college interns. These are people who are studying to become therapists. I'm supervising them. Trust me. They're in class learning how to be therapists. They got me going over their notes and everything that they do. So trust me, they're going to talk to you. You talk to them. We're going to make certain you're good and you don't have to pay anything. That's our service to the community. So if you got a good computer, if you got you a smartphone, I don't know if the Obama phone, they still got them. You can get you a phone and be able to have you a good therapy session for free. So
Yep.
it's there. It is there.
Free.
We have a sliding scale. If you're like, well, I don't know about that. I need somebody with a license. Okay, we got them too. We do have a sliding scale. I got some associates that'll be accepting new clients. So just come follow me on social media. Go to my website. Let me know what you need. We're gonna try to see what we can do.
Definitely that. Definitely. And as me, I have attended, especially since we've connected. We've been connected over a year now.
Hey, all right.
I got the
That's
little reminder on the what's name, like the first flyer stuff, and I was like, damn, it's been
Oh, yeah.
oh,
Oh, because I was putting that stuff out there, but what was it? Trauma and grief group, right? What was it that you saw? And I put it out there in San Antonio because somebody said, San Antonio have a shortage of Black therapists. I'm like, well, let me put me some stuff out there. So
you just fell out the sky, and I was like, oh,
that's good. Because I was thinking about doing a podcast, and he like, here it is. Like, okay.
Yes. So, and as that, I have attended the grief and trauma sessions, and I very much enjoy them. They are a help, and even just to hear somebody else's story, say she really has some really good people that she has come on. So definitely, hey, hit her up because they are good. I definitely enjoy them. So I do attend them when she does have them, and they are very good.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Definitely that. DA, how you going out tonight?
Tonight, word of the wise. Now I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it official. So we talked about emotional intelligence. All right, that means being smart about your emotions. Okay, that in layman term, being smart about your emotions. Don't let every trigger you. Don't let everything that happens to you does not need a response. Understand your thoughts, understand your feelings, understand you. Take care of yourself in 2025.
Oh, yes.
And it will take care of itself.
Yeah. And one of the big things Larnika did this year starting off was prioritize your mental health in 2025.
Yes, indeed. Let that be your New Year's resolution. Let that be your resolution. You can resolve to prioritize your mental health. People think I'm gonna lose weight. That's cool. I'm gonna stop gambling. Hey, amen. And you want to make certain your mental health. Do things that's gonna incorporate self-care. Finally go talk to somebody if you've been kind of putting off. You just heard they got some free and inexpensive therapy here. And it's quality. I ain't gonna give you no junk, trust me. And prioritize you. We take care of everybody else, and that's you've got children, you need to take care of your children, but make time for yourself as well. Take those moments for self.
Definitely that. And of course, welcome back, Larnika.
Thank you. I'll be back next month.
Yes. All right. So definitely, like I said, there are services that are out there to help. I know a lot of times the first thing that people say is, I don't have money for a therapist. I don't have money for this. It's out there. Like is really out there. Services, even like she said, on a pay scale. We know people. If you ever have a question or actually interested in getting assistance, you can always contact me on Facebook, on my personal page, or even on the podcast pages. between TikTok, Facebook, IG. Reach out. We can direct you somewhere to get that assistance and jumpstart your mental health. Getting that care, because that is very important. That is it's a slippery slope in a lot of places. If you, like they said, you don't know how to regulate your emotions and you popping off and going off and not realize, okay, you didn't have this build up for some while, you're not aware, you're not addressing trauma. Those things really do take effect of your mental health, and they will keep your ass up with your mind running like it's on a hamster on a wheel.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So definitely take 2025, take care of you, not just your mental health, your physical health. Like that's big. I know for me, look, over 40, baby, everything kind of start hurting a little bit. Little back, knees, ankles. You're
Have
like,
mercy, Jesus. Ooh,
look,
Lord.
take care of yourself. Get those important exams done, the colonoscopy, mammograms, all that little stuff. Get your lab works and stuff done, your physicals, like that stuff is very important. A lot of people say, something wrong with me. I don't want to know. Well, knowing pre, hey, you can probably knock that out. Hey, it could be some lifestyle change, something else. You can catch whatever it is in the beginning instead of waiting until you're at the end. And the options are few to none. So definitely prioritize yourself this year. Everybody else can wait. You done it all this time, and let them handle their own stuff. Real talk. So thank y'all again for tuning in. We greatly appreciate y'all. We love y'all for the support. Always, if in fact there's any other episodes you think we may not have, please go back and look, because we have a lot of episodes, including that relationship trauma. Because a lot of people don't realize there is trauma that you can get in relationships, and it affects and builds up, and then go, you just carrying that little bag to relationship if you're not dealing with it. So you don't even realize that's what that is. You're like, oh shit, when you start therapy, you go, oh yeah, handle that.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely we will see y'all next week.
And again, relationships is not just boyfriend, girlfriend, or girlfriend, girlfriend, or boyfriend, boyfriend. Just remember that.
Family. Whew. Them suckers right there drive you batty. Real talk. So yeah, handle that in any way that you have to. That ain't gonna have you go to jail. I'm gonna throw that in. Sometimes you just gotta let people go on and do them and be way over there while you way over here. It's just safer sometimes not to even deal with folks. Christmas and holidays be peaceful than a mug over here. So
Take your peace.
yes, peace is priceless. So definitely handle that. So on that note, if you haven't, like I said, follow Larnika. Go on and hit that follow button, like whatever, message her for assistance or us. DA don't be on social media like that, so that message will sit there.
I'm no, for real though. I'm about to start because I'm about to be start my life coach business. So yes. More to follow.
Are you going to make a specific page for your life coaching?
Am I going to what?
Make a specific page for your life coaching?
Yeah. That's why I said more to follow.
Okay, cool business.
All right.
Gotta check in with you. Okay, just making sure. All right, but y'all be safe. Bundle up if you in Texas, or where you at now, Virginia? Because y'all, we got bad weather coming. You know how that.
Yeah, bad weather coming. It's 80 degrees and it's gonna be 29, I think. That's crazy.
So bundle up. Make sure y'all got all food stacked up as much as you can. Food high as hell right now. But yeah, do what you can, but definitely be safe and be prepared. And on that note, we are out.
Yeah, what's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move.